I think you are raising actually a very worrying question. Worrying in the sense that we are in the middle of a situation that may take us longer than we actually imagine to complete, work right through. Because in the past few days, actually few weeks since the protests came to many parts of the country, there is this reawakening where questions are now being asked about nearly everything. Now, you asked me the question about the mind of the president. I wish I could read it properly. But all I know, just by watching the president today, making that statement and going back to his office, you can tell that the weight of the situation is now really palpable. You can actually watch it on his shoulders. I think he's fully appreciating that this is not an easy situation. And there are a number of things that actually do inform that. Remember, I think this was the fourth appearance, if I'm not wrong, for the president. The first two having been made directly to the camera, the third one with our interview in State House, and today now announcing the changes. When you analyze his journey down this way, you could see that he was still trying to almost deny the gravity of the situation. He makes a statement and gives it time. Yeah. Remember, there was that promise to make some announcement shortly.
That was on Friday.
Shortly.
Last week, yeah.
It's been a week now.
Yeah.
It's been a week since the shortly statement was made, and now today, he made a statement which he could easily have made last Friday, send the cabinet home, and then figure out what should happen next. So the president himself, in my view, is going through quite a lot. It's not an enviable place to be right now. And in the sense that, and I hope those around him appreciate, that this is not a situation that any of his predecessors ever faced. This is not the 1982 coup that President Moi experienced. This is not the 2007-2008 post-election violence of President Moi Kibaki. This is nothing like he's seen before. This is completely different, which is why, as I said earlier, the first step really is to interpret the situation correctly, because so that you diagnose and then give the proper and requisite treatment for it. So a lot is going through, a lot is going on at the presidency. Now you expanded it to other sectors. And I think on the question of whether it takes personal responsibility, that is how leadership works. Whatever happens during your time, look, this president will even have to take responsibility for the floods. A natural phenomenon that happened in April, some of the worst in the history, but it happened during your time. The way leadership works is it happened during your time, so you take responsibility. Just the same way you take responsibility for good things. Like if we win the Cup of Nations, the credit goes to the leadership in office at that time. So that's how it works. And he has the unfortunate duty of taking responsibility for where we are. But it's also an opportunity, because here is a president who is getting an opportunity to be a transition between the past and the future. Because you look at what the Gen Zs are doing, their approach, they are more direct, straight to the point in terms of what they... Remember the Kusalimia